Buy my bike? Sir, me son hasn't eaten in 2 days. These words stopped Michael Carter in his tracks. He was a CEO, a powerful man, a man who owned buildings and companies. But right now, outside his office, a woman stood with tears in her eyes and a small, broken bicycle in her hands. Her name was Sarah. She was thin, too thin. Her clothes were old and torn. Her hands shook as she held the bike. Behind her stood a little boy, maybe 6 years old. His eyes were empty. His cheeks were hollow. He hadn't smiled in weeks. Michael looked at the bike. It was rusted. The wheels were bent. The seat was ripped. This bike was worth nothing. Maybe $10? Maybe less, but Sarah's voice was desperate. Please, sir. I need money for food. Just buy my bike, please. Michael felt something twist inside his chest. He wanted to walk away. He had meetings. He had calls. He had a company to run. But something in her eyes held him there. How much do you want? He asked quietly. $50, sir. Just 50. That's all I need. $50. For Michael, that was nothing. He spent more on coffee every morning. But for Sarah, it was everything. It was survival. He reached into his wallet. He pulled out $100 bill. Keep the bike, he said. Take the money. Sarah's eyes filled with tears. Thank you, she whispered. Thank you so much. But as she turned to leave, Michael saw something. A tattoo on her wrist. A small flower. And suddenly his heart stopped. Because he knew that tattoo. He had seen it before. 20 years ago. Wait, he said. His voice was shaking now. What's your name? Sarah, she whispered. Sarah Mitchell? Mitchell. That name hit him like a bullet. Because 20 years ago there was a man named David Mitchell. He worked for Michael's father. He was honest. He was loyal. He was hard-working Dot, and Michael's father destroyed him. Michael remembered now. His father accused David of stealing money from the company. He had no proof. But he didn't need proof. He was rich. He was powerful. He destroyed David's name. He made sure no one would hire him again. David lost everything. His job, his reputation, his hope. Dot, and 6 months later, David took his own life. Michael was just a teenager then. He didn't understand. He didn't ask questions. He believed his father. He thought David was guilty. Dot, but now, looking at this woman and her son, he realized the truth. David was innocent. He was destroyed for nothing. And this woman was his daughter. Sarah. Michael's voice broke. Your father, David Mitchell. He worked for my family. Sarah's face went pale. Her body froze. You? She whispered. You're his son? The anger in her eyes was like fire. Your father destroyed mine. She screamed. He lied. He ruined us. My father lost everything. And then he... Her voice cracked. She couldn't finish. Michael felt his knees go weak. I didn't know, he said. I swear. I was just a kid. I didn't know. But Sarah didn't want to hear it. She grabbed her son's hand. She turned to leave. Wait. Michael shouted. Please, let me fix this. Let me help you. Help? Sarah laughed bitterly. You can't bring my father back. No, Michael said quietly. But I can give you what my family took from you. Your father's name, his dignity, and everything you should have had. Sarah stopped. She didn't turn around, but she was listening. I'll investigate, Michael promised. I'll prove your father was innocent. I'll clear his name. And I'll give you everything you deserve. A job, a home, a future for your son. Slowly Sarah turned. Tears streamed down her face. Why would you do that? Michael looked at the little boy. That innocent child who suffered for sins he didn't commit. Just like Michael once believed lies he didn't question. Because it's the right thing to do, Michael said. And because some debts can never be paid? But I have to try. Sarah fell to her knees. She sobbed. For years she carried this pain alone. And now, finally, someone saw her. Someone believed her. Michael helped her up. He looked into her eyes. Your father was a good man, and I will make sure the world knows it. 3 months later, David Mitchell's name was cleared. Sarah got a home. Her son started school. And Michael learned that sometimes the most powerful thing a man can do is admit his family was wrong, because truth doesn't cost money. But silence costs everything.